Absolutely. Thank you, guys. We're looking to set big numbers, set big records this year here for Relay 2018 at Fishhawk. Need everybody's help to make that happen. So you guys get out there, hustle. Let's raise as much money as we can to help fight cancer this year. I'm going to bring you to the stand right now, event coordinator, Miss Susie Lazan. Come on, Miss Susie.
I'm going to stop screaming into the microphone. So normally I wing it, but I'm going to read a little today. Hi, my name is Susie Lazan. I'm your event lead for this 2018 Relay for Life, and I'd like to officially welcome you to our relay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm better at winging it. We have a committee, and this committee has worked very hard throughout the year and has been instrumental in guiding us to this moment. So I'd like to take a moment to introduce our committee. We have Leslie Adam is our people lead. Karen Oswald is our fun liqueur. Madonna Bruzy is our experience lead. We also have Lisa Moskowitz, Karen Blanchard. Karen Newsom is our survivor chair. She might be over there. Right there. We have Stacy Price. Our social media on Snapchat and Instagram. Alec Watsowitz will be here in a little while. Julie Stallings and her fabulous accounting team, if everybody will turn around and wave to them. They are counting their money. Oh, sorry. I get a little excited. And I'm going to turn it over to Madonna. She has a few words.
Really short. Now, please stand and remove your hats as the Newsom JROTC present the colors.
March time. March. Colors. Halt. Left. Face. Colors. Salute.
Please remain standing and help me welcome to the stage our Girls Scouts Troop 307 and 3527, who will lead us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Joining us to sing our national anthem, please help me welcoming to the stage Newsom High School student Riley Dean.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts rockets we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Newsom JROTC, Troop 307 and 3527 for leading us in the pledge, the colors, and Riley Dean for singing the national anthem. You did wonderful, sweetheart. I happen to know that a certain music teacher was smiling. You did something none of us up here probably would have done. I'm honored and privileged to be serving as this year's event chair for 2008 Fishhawk Relay for Life. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. It is an honor to work with all of you who dedicate yourselves to raising essential funds for the American Cancer Society and doing your part to help find a cure for this horrible disease. The efforts put forth on this track last year propelled our relay event further up the state rankings. Of over the 360 relays that are held in the state of Florida, we were number 10. So take a moment, congratulate yourselves, and please congratulate the person next to you. To kind of put it in perspective for you, Fishhawk is approximately 15 square miles from one end to the other. We're growing, so my numbers may be off. We've been relaying since 2003 in this area. Every year we grow a little bit more. Every year we strive to raise a little bit more. Last year we exceeded our expectations, and we hope to meet them this year. We were able to go back and look at numbers to 2009, and Fishhawk, our small little community, has raised approximately $1.5 million. Of the numbers we can track, there is money that we're still trying to look at, so we're probably closer to 1.7. So just take a moment. 15 square miles, we didn't start off this big, and we've done that much. So again, pat yourselves on the back, say congratulations to your neighbor. Of course, this event would not be possible without the use of the Newsom Track and Field. I would like to thank Principal Bruning and the staff at Newsom High School for their continued cooperation, assistance, and support of this event. Obviously, organizing an event like this takes many months of hard work and preparation. Without the commitment and dedication of the Relay for Life leads, red shirts today, that you see here up on stage with me, this event would not be possible. In addition to our committee, we would like to thank Ms. Bruning and Mr. Lindstrom, Gary Randolph of Pure Power Productions, Mitzi Crack, Steve Crack, and Paul Crack of Tada as they are our MCs, and he's there, Mitzi's over there, Paul. So we can give them a round of applause. Mitzi's keeping track of spirit points, so I'd be nice to her. Gary's playing our music, so if we want good music, be nice to him. And last and certainly not least is our selfless and dedicated supporter and our cheerleader, our ACS staff partner, Sam Schneider. Throughout the event, if you have any questions or need assistance, just look for a red committee shirt. We'll be here for the duration of Relay to assist you. At this time, Karen Oswald will share with you some information about our generous event sponsors.
Hey everybody, welcome to Relay. We have some great sponsorships this year, and I'm just going to read off a few of them for you. So at our silver level, is Baycare with $3,750 in sponsorship. They have a nice team over here. Go visit them. For our bronze level, which is $1,000, we have Anytime Fitness, Barton Builder and Design and Contractor, Bridge Dental, Premier Pediatric, and George Shea Realty. For our signature level, which is $500, we have Titanium Gymnastics, Doggone Holistic, Circa at Fishhawk Ranch and Center State Bank. And our track marker sponsors at $250, Termite and Pest Control, Arthur Rutenberg. There's a whole bunch of these, hold on. A&S Granite and Marble, Bluefin Global, Eaton Realty, Fishhawk Pizza, Inland Seafood, Inspire Quilting and Sewing, Just Ride Bicycles, K&L Air Conditioning. We'd also like to say a big thank you to all of the local businesses. There are far too many of them for us to list today who have supported the event with food, water, ice, and various different things for our fundraising and our many logistical needs. A huge thank you goes out to all of them, and please join us in giving them a round of applause.
All right, so in addition to all of the awesome sponsors that have helped us raise money to put this event on, I know I'm super loud, sorry. One thing, I'm going to take a quick break before we recognize some teams and some individuals. It's going to be a super hot day. You guys need to drink. Like, you got to drink some water. We have some teams that are selling some water, some Gatorade, things like that. So please make sure that you're drinking something. And if you do have some difficulties with somebody getting overheated, see somebody in a red shirt, okay? All right, so of course, our big goal is to raise money, because that's what we're here for, right? I mean, we have fun doing all sorts of things, but we want the money, right? Because that's what helps us all out in the end and helps us with research. So to recognize some of the teams, okay? So we have at bronze level, so these are teams that have raised over $2,500. We have the committee team. If you'll come forward, somebody, if you'll just send one of your team captain forward to get your banner, that'd be awesome. We have Avid Club, Ibis Park Partners, and Class of 2020 for your bronze members. So if you'll come forward and get your banner. Please display these in front of your campsites, and if you raise more money and you go to the next level, we'll try to help get you some stickers and change that level for you. In the silver level, those are teams that have raised over $3,500. We have Team Kalicki. We also have Randall Middle School and Class of 2021. Team in the gold level, those are teams that raised over $5,000. We have Team Hughes and Valrico Elementary. In the platinum level, raising over $7,500, we have Brandon Riverview South Shore Montessori Schools, as well as Beavis Elementary. Raising over $10,000 as of pretty much yesterday, I think, and he has a goal that's going up for next year. We heard the Fishhawk Area Neighborhood Team. And for the Sapphire level, raising over $15,000, we have Stowers Elementary, Fishhawk Creek Elementary, and Barrington Middle School. And we also have some individuals that we'll just let you guys know who they are that have raised over $1,000 on their own, and they have joined what we call the Grand Club. We have Baba Bruzzi, Summer Regnier, Leanne Romero, Amy Johnston, Betsy Macy, Maria Elena Moore, Heidi Smart, Rachel Andrews, Leslie Adams, Holly Patrick, Jillian Morrow, Marina Robbins, Ashley Adams, Karen Oswald, Amanda, I'm going to slaughter this, but Alfierdo, Dawn Walker, Karen Newsom, Ian Huttenstein, Madonna Bruzzi, Mary Welsh, Bailey Lazan, Candy Pippo, Abby Rothrock, Laura Torres, and Mackenzie Newman. So let's give them all a big applause.
Congratulations and thank you all award winners for their hard work. Before we move on to our Survivors celebration, I would like to remind all of you of our luminary ceremony that will take place tonight at 9 o'clock. I encourage all of you to join us for this very special and memorable relay event. We remember and honor loved ones lost to this devastating disease. Luminarias are always available and may be reserved for donations. At the Luminaria tent until 8:30 tonight. It'll be a very moving ceremony that you won't want to miss. So please join us. The Luminaria tent is located next to the Survivors tent, but I please encourage you to get there before 8 o'clock and save your luminarias before that, because it does get very tedious and crazy at that time. So make sure you get over there up to 7 o'clock, because at that point they're starting to put the bags out and line the track, and they always can use help at that hour. Thank you.
So this year's theme was music. So So 2.5 years ago, Bailey took chorus, and I got to meet her. I didn't know about her story, and she shared it with me last year, and I didn't know the whole story until this year. So I am incredibly grateful that she agreed to be this year's survivor. I love her. I know that she has taught many of you. I know that you know her husband, because he teaches at Newsome, and I know that you know their kids, who are absolutely wonderful. It's written down, but we're not going to do that. I love you. I love you all. I am incredibly grateful and humbled that you agreed to do this, even though she tried. She tried lots of times to tell me she didn't need to do it. I found somebody up. No, you're mine. And I'm so grateful I get to keep her, even though Bailey's moving up. So just so you know, I'm keeping you. So, in that, I present to you Miss Melissa Allen, this year's honorary survivor.
I'm reading because I'm not a good winger. Good afternoon, relayers, and please accept my sincere thanks for being here on behalf of the Fishhawk relay team. My name is Melissa Allen, and I have been attending these relay events with Rainbow Middle School team since before Newsome was even in existence. I felt a passion to relay when my Aunt Jerry lost her battle with breast cancer in 2000. My family was not able to be here to relay, so I wanted to do it for my cousins and my mom and my grandmother and people who couldn't be here. Up to that point in my life, I was relatively healthy. My husband might not agree with that, but I had bad knees and migraines, and I trip over my own feet all the time. But other than that, I was pretty healthy. But I had one special person in my life that was battling many health issues. Heather Diana Jones, who is the closest sister to me in age. We had an amazing bond and friendship. She was plagued with kidney failure in her teens, and her initial kidney transplant was successful until she contracted meningitis and had to discontinue the rejection medication. This process started a series of health events for her that she met with grace and gratitude. She was the strongest of all of us. I can certainly say that I could not have handled her medical situation with as much grace and patience as she did. There's a living donor program that Heather and I talked about often, but there was always something keeping the prospect from truly happening. In 2015, I did lots of research, contacted the Cleveland Clinic, did lots of soul searching, talked to my family, doctors, and friends, and decided that I reached the point where I wanted to try to be tested to be a living donor for my sister. On January 18th, 2015, I packed a bag for what I thought was going to be a 3-day trip to Cleveland to do lots of testing. which didn't sound fun, but it's nothing compared to what she was going through. I traveled by myself and didn't tell anyone that I was really coming because it was going to be a quick trip and there was lots of testing. I didn't want to disappoint anyone that I couldn't sightsee and hang out with them. Testing at the Cleveland Clinic, I'm not going to lie, was a little bit torturous, but I'm kind of a baby when it comes to those things. I will spare you the details of all the testing, but I want to share two really important things. The last test of the first day was a 5-minute CAT scan. Literally, I was in and out in 5 minutes. And the second important point is I was supposed to meet the surgeon who was going to perform the surgery if I was accepted as a donor. That surgeon was called away for an emergency surgery, and I begged them to just stop the testing for the day and I would come back tomorrow to finish the rest of it, and they agreed. I was definitely whining. They agreed and to let me come back, and I was supposed to start everything over again with the new schedule. By the time I got back to our friend's house, I got a call from the living donor liaison who told me that they canceled all my appointments for the next day and that I was going to see the surgeon as soon as I got there. On a different day, in a different situation, I might have found reason to worry and panic, but I was tired and I knew I had to meet the surgeon anyway, so I assumed it was just when he could fit me in his schedule. I called my husband, called my sister, watched Netflix, and then tried to ignore the annoying BP monitor that went off every 20 minutes. The next morning, I woke up and went back to the hospital, and nothing was different. I got called back to the room. The surgeon comes in, he opens up the computer, starts pulling up the handsome pictures. I'm still nothing seems different to me. He pulls out a cartoon drawing of kidneys and he says, this is what a normal kidney looks like, and then this is what a kidney with renal cell carcinoma looks like. I'm not quite sure why he's telling me this. The room tilted and then I started laughing because I thought this had to be some kind of joke. I know that he was talking, but I don't remember exactly what he was saying. So the next thing I said was, wait, so can I donate my kidney to my sister? And he looked puzzled because he didn't understand why I didn't get what he was saying. And since he said no, I pulled off the BP monitor, which was really awful and I hated it. So I guess my brain started working a little bit after that, and I started to register the fact that he said I might have cancer. So he went through the whole story again and said that I had a 95% chance that the tumor was malignant. He said that this type of cancer is rarely ever detected until it's too late to treat, since it doesn't usually respond to chemo or radiation. By the time you show symptoms, it's too far past. He said that I likely had the tumor for about 4 years based on its size, and that surgery was my only option, but that it was 95% curative success rate. At that point, I just wanted to know why and how, and nothing he was saying made any sense. He said I didn't fit any of the general causes and I might not ever know how I got cancer. Anyone who knows me knows that's not something that works out well for me, not knowing why. Like any teacher at the doctor, I said, okay, well, can we wait till summer to have this surgery? He again gave me a strange look and I said, okay, wait, let me just go call my husband. So I took a very long trip through this hospital, trying to figure out exactly what to say and what to do. And finally, I called my husband. We called my doctor here, talked to some family members, and I went back up, and the surgery was scheduled for 4 days later. I told my sister Heather, who was waiting to hear about my transplant possibilities, and she cried because she felt like the whole situation was somehow her fault. But the truth is, if I hadn't tried to donate my kidney to her, I most likely would not be standing here today. She ended up saving my life, even though I was trying but unable to save hers. I remained in Ohio under the care of my wonderful family, who all sprung into action to help me in ways that I never thought possible. Back in Florida, our Florida family, including Newsom, Randall, the Fishhawk community as a whole, took care of Chris, Brianna, and Josh. It was overwhelming effort that carried us through some of the scariest moments of my family's life. I stayed in Ohio for about a month before I was able to fly back home with our last hurdle because I couldn't fly alone and I couldn't stand in a car ride for that to Florida. We had my last post-op check and set the date to return, and we received one final surprise. My dear friend Brenda Lateef flew to Ohio to accompany me back to Florida, unbeknownst to any of my family. It was an unbelievable ending to a crazy journey. Today I'm happy to say that I've been cancer-free for 1,174 days and counting. I'm excited and honored to be here to be able to relay for all those who are not able to, and I hope that I'm able to continue to help to raise funds in the hopes that we won't have to relay for cancer of any kind anymore because we find a cure. Thank you.
that's a beautiful number. 1,174. Tomorrow will be 1,175. 76, and you get a little bit more. All of it. So, thank you, Melissa, for sharing your story. And I look forward to hearing how many laps you make this year on all our Instagram posts and Facebook posts. In addition to Melissa, if you will look around, you will see other individuals wearing a purple shirt. There are survivors, there are heroes, there are inspirations. If you'll take a moment, if you can take a moment to give them a round of applause as well. I shared at the beginning of this year, well, I have known people who have cancer and never really been in the position of being a true caregiver, so to speak. I would like you all to know that you are my heroes, and you are my definition of strength. I get a new microphone. As our community shares the Relay for Life of 2018 to welcome our survivors and their caregivers as they start to line. Oh, thank you. As they share who they are and line up to start off the first lap known as the Survivor Lap. They will then be joined by their caregiver for a second lap. As they introduce themselves, please begin making your way to the perimeter of the track to cheer for our survivors and their caregivers. So if our survivors can start to line up, Miss Allen.